Right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Peter, and this is House Flipper. Now, this is a game I've been looking at for quite a while now, and it's basically first person clean 'em up, DIY 'em up, house, set 'em up kind of game. Basically, you work as a freelance DIY slash furniture odd job man, so to speak. Poured into a game world as it were, where on one side you do odd jobs for people like fixing a leaky radiator, painting a room, taking out a wall even with a sledgehammer, installation of like various bathroom appliances, TVs, sofas, whatever for the living room, kitchenettes, kitchen units even, and get a little bit of scratch for them. Sometimes it's something simple like clean out my garage. And on the other side of the coin is the ability to go buy a place, say like a 1 or 2 bedroom house, something small, something large, various sizes of house that have to be cleaned up, refurnished, carpets, walls, furniture, and you hope to sell them for a profit with a very multitude of customers, as you'll soon see later on. I define this game as a very almost casual business simulator where I personally grew up with games like SimCity, Sim Isle, various tycoon management sort of games in the like late 90s, early 2000s, where you had to balance the books. Like, obviously, your income has got to be enough to cover your overheads and such. Unfortunately, House Flipper, one of its qualms is it's very difficult to actually lose money in. You were always at some point making ridiculous amounts of money, and from my playthrough a while ago, just never really encountered any issues with just having enough cash to cover the next job. I mean, I was literally able to turn my first office, which you'll see soon shortly, into a, well, I had plenty of money left over, let's say, to do the outside paneling. So, let's go. Yeah, because we've completed everything beforehand, and we'll start from scratch. Right. Okay. So yeah, this little abode in this nice little residential neighbourhood is pretty much my office. We can customise it however we want, but for first operations we'll catch the bag and dispose of it, which is basically just clicking on everything and making all the rubbish go away. Yeah, cozy. Now all this trash here can be just clicked up even, with one click of the mouse, and you'll see them come across various residences where they're just basically marks on the walls, floors, doors, windows, and so forth. All newspapers can be chucked. And our laptop is the focus of our business. More rubbish, more rubbish. Door's falling off, but it's still not in place. The bathroom. Yeah, I'll stick to the bathroom later. Okay, so we go to our laptop and we're given our account balance of 22 grand. And I've set the game so that it's at current time now of coming on to 4 o'clock GMT. And it's starting to get a bit dark out now. Sometimes you actually see the sun in the background just come down through the windows at your various properties. But for now, we'll go for an email. And apparently the ex-boyfriend stole the radiator from my house. Because why not? Unfortunately, there's no quest to track down this boyfriend, make him pay for the lost radiator. So basically, he stole the radiator. And while we're there, replace the missing devices. Apparently she's going to deal with it herself. So we can accept that quest. And I pressed the wrong button. I've taken a screenshot by accident. Right. Now here's the meat and potatoes of the operation. On our right, we'll see like a list of tasks. No task indicates nothing out here to do. That's fine. So what we do firsthand is have a look at the place. Right. All this needs to go because they can't do it themselves. It basically means picking up every single can, every trash bag, more cans, boxes, any items that they own. You just can rearrange however you like. There's no penalty as to where things go unless they need to be in a specific place. Right. Spots like these, we can install a radiator. So we'll go to our tablet. It's under installations, and we install a radiator, and by the power of instant delivery it's already here. So we will one click, we place it, then we assemble it. So we hold down this chap here, and then hold down the screws, nuts even. And then we just fill it up, and that's done. That's pretty much how to do it. As I said before, there's no real way to, well, exact way even to put everything in its place, but we may as well look at make it reasonably tidy for now. Put that there. I don't know, side by side there. And there we go, a bit more rubbish. See, the way I like to do this is just take things one at a time, just get rid of every rubbish in the room, as you can see there on the minimap. And no rubbish in here, we're all good. Nothing at the back here. Needs a bit of a strimmer / lawnmower, but that is not our job. Apparently there'll be some DLC for gardening soon, so you will be able to eventually get the old lawnmower out. Now we select from our, in air quotes, weapon wheel, and we sweep. Just basically point to the dirt and wave it until it goes away. Now at this point our progress is measured by a little meter in the top right, indicating how much the job is done, and over a certain point we can just go right nuts to this and leg out the door. But we're not like that, so we're just going to gently rub away all the dirt we can with the broom. Now eventually when you continue a task, you'll, in air quotes, level up. So we're given a choice of varying options in the cleaning menu, such as see some dirt in the minimap, faster cleaning, or better mop. I personally like to get a better mop, so we can upgrade our broom to, well, another sort of broom. And then we just push all the dirt away, like so. Now, from my experience, this game as boring as it may be, it's actually rather cathartic sometimes. Something satisfying about just making everything just feel nice, feel good. A little bit too easy sometimes. Apparently, just cleaning a mattress involves swiping it with a broom and you're done. There are various aspects in this game which are not too bad, but could be a little bit more immersive. Like it is never this easy to clean. And there we go. The job is done. They have a new radiator over there. Everything's in order. So we just... I'm just weird enough to close the doors on my way out. And press enter and complete. And back to the office. Now I might be able to get the broom on this front door. Although sometimes it's a little bit obvious where the dirt is and sometimes it isn't. If the dirt doesn't come off, it indicates that the panels are just themselves knackered and will need replacing. And get the right angle, you can yeah, just about sweep all that off. I'm slightly OCD, so I just like to get rid of all this before I think about doing up the place first. I mean, I won't get everything, but just as a demonstration of how the game works, I'll endeavour to get rid of as much as I can. Cobwebs, so that's done in the same way. And yeah, I think that's doable. No. If the doors weren't clean, it means that the door is literally just you may as well throw it away at some point, which we'll move on to later. Oh, while I'm here. Oh, cozy. Just grab on my tools, chuck them over here. These are never used. They're actually just for, well, just window dressing, quite frankly. But I like to have some method of organisation. Anyway, let's do another job. So, clean the garage. So, throw away all the old boxes, trash, and old tyres. Tyres is spelled incorrectly there, but some people spell it that way. We won't correct them. And of course, the once the tool's left alone. So we'll do that. There's a little bit of a bigger property, so let's make ourselves home. Right, all this has got to go out. Now, I think for a bit more immersion, it would be nice, like I've heard others mention it, that if you were to take all the rubbish, like physically pick it up, and then let's just pop this open. Imagine like if you had like a pickup truck or just a very big estate car like this. No, it's more of a hatchback, really. I don't know. I don't drive, so yeah, same to me. You just fill up like the back of the car with rubbish and let it go, and then wait for it to return before making another run to the dump or recycling centre, whatever. But for now, this is pretty much It's functional, let's face it. Picking up all the rubbish. Anything that says press, click to dispose of can be thrown. Like all these tyres, except those. Pick up the kids' bikes. Chuck them over here. And yeah, we're done. And break out the broom. And we have new cleaning skills. So let's expedite our cleaning a bit more. By 25% fast cleaning. 180 sweep. As you can see, the meter in the right there goes from percentage, and it's always tricky to get the last bits because they could literally be anywhere, like on the surface of these shelves here, for instance, or a single tire track, or a little bit of grime around the walls. She said to leave the tools alone. I missed a box. I think that's part of the actual desk design. A bit more dirt. And all the dirt's gone. Pick up the boxes. And that's done. And now to clean the window. This is an entirely separate operation in and of itself. We're given like a little squeegee thing. It's like a steam cleaner or some such. And just slowly take your time getting rid of all the grime. We'd actually have to go slowly just to whiz it round, and we're all done. And that's pretty much the extent of the mission. All that for 351 quid. Now this is handy. You can take any image from your hard disk and chuck it into a photo frame that you can actually put on the wall. And of course use a tablet to take a picture of your place if you wanted to do as such. Now, I've got a few stock images here I use as wallpaper, so let me to demonstrate how you would hang up a picture on the wall. We'll do it there. So let's take this wintry landscape, make a ½ meter picture big. Let's get it level. And put it there. Or take it off a bit and put it there. That's fairly good quality. Obviously there'll be some distortion on smaller or larger pictures, but that's pretty much the gist of it. Anyway, let's try one other house. Amaranth walls. Now this is a painting job. So she wants the living room done in amaranth, and the other walls done in grey. And while we're at it, replace the broken electrical socket. And we have the new tool to do so. And through here, paint with the colours Amaranth, Venture and Grey. Okay, so we right clicks. Take out a paintbrush, paint roller, go to the store, go to walls, paint, and I should be able to see the amaranth right off because it is so bright, it's ridiculous. Amaranth Adventure. I'm going to say we need a couple of paint pots for this. Then cancel that. Get your roller out. And she wants amaranth and grey, so if we do these first. Now again, going against the rule of immersion, you'd have to put covers down or anything, move any furniture at all. You just basically go to town with paint. Like you can actually just get beyond radiators without having to take the radiators out at all. Just go right over it, top to bottom, and it'll still count. Get as much paint as you can on there until the paint roller goes sort of a dull colour, and obviously it's a lot thinner. You can actually jump in this game. Let me just jump on the sofa and get my boots everywhere. They'll love me for that. And very gently fill it all in. And we have come to the age of watching digital paint dry. The music helps in this game. It's very relaxing. You might be able to just barely pick it out over me nattering. But the overall experience is, yeah, very, very calming, very soothing. You are not equipped with a pulse rifle spraying the walls in brain matter grey for once in a first-person perspective game. You're in fact just doing odd jumps around the house, really. This actually counts towards the percentage as well, getting right in the corners there. And let me get back on the floor. We can level up our painting. And this is ideally, this is the first one you want. You won't waste paint on an already painted wall. Upgrade. So once we've applied the paint, it'll stop. We won't be like continuously applying paint there. And obviously leveling up with that skill, there'll be less paint usage during the painting, so you'll save more paint for the rest of the wall. Very simple, very straightforward leveling system that I think anybody can adapt to. Obviously the shorter the area to paint, the quicker you'll do it. Bit more amaranth. Unfortunately, so far there's no way to paint the ceiling at all. Like there's just, I'm clicking like mad and just you cannot touch it at all. And all the way to the edge. You can't goof up and paint the window anyway, so there's no risk of that. And run out of paint. Apply a bit more paint. And we'll do the other side of the house. The room even. And we're already up to 45%. See, it would be interesting if you actually physically had to take every item, because you can still do this. Like, say, pick up the TV, move it out, and that'd be interesting if you had to do like a hardcore mode where you had to pick up all the individual bits of furniture, and lay down some blankets and such, and then apply the paint. But this game is very casual by nature. as I've explained earlier, with the budgeting system of just you make money, you literally have no overheads to pay off or whatnot, no rental for your office, so you're free just to do odd jobs. You can even just rearrange the furniture completely, as I'll demonstrate now. Like you can just, I don't know, chuck a chair over, say, by the cooker dangerously or something, and then just leave it and then walk out, finish the job. There'll be no repercussions for you. That chair is slightly askew. That one too, but I'll leave it there just to be awkward. And then once we're done with this, we just reposition the pots out of the way so they don't walk over the darn things. Yep, plenty of amaranth around there. And now what do they want? They wanted just grey. Okay, so back to the store. Walls. Quicker to type in grey. There. Buy one of those. I'm guessing we'll be okay with one. You don't have to wash the brush with anything. No methylated spirits or whatnot. You just dunk it in. Off you go. Job's a good one. Bit more. Just got plenty of reach as well. There's no need to like get past the plants or anything. What I like to do also, if I'm doing an opposite wall, is to pick up my can of paint, take it with me, chuck it in the corner, and have it nearby when I need to do this wall. Easy to do, right behind the kitchen top here, because these can all be lifted individually, see, like taken out, rearranged and what have you. And we're burning through EXP like indicates how many walls you've actually got to do before you get to your next perk as well. So let's say less paint usage, so our paint roller lasts a bit longer in the field. I'm guessing I might need another pot of paint shortly, but I'm not sure. I've seen a few Let's Plays where people have just like applied random colours to other rooms, and as long as the job is 100% complete, there's no consequence to accidentally or intentionally just mucking around. And there we go. For now, there's no way to dispose of the paint. Like, we've only got our hands cleaner and paintbrush, so all done, I think. Yeah. Just press enter. Complete the job. Let's see what else there is. You always get new email on return up until a point. I'm not sure how many jobs you have to do before the emails stop being new and you get like a fixed amount only, but it's quite a few, and it goes from very simple stuff like here, mount his radiators, simple as, There's actually also later on there's air conditioning units as well, which have a whole host of interesting circuitry to do so. Of course, living in the UK, houses generally aren't pre-fitted with air conditioning anyway. Radiators are a must, though. Okay, so back to installation. Radiator. Actually, I can show you. There's the aforementioned air conditioning, which would like go into a slot above, like windows and high up walls, etc. There we are. £32 for a radiator. Seems reasonable to me. And simply assemble. Now, this game has an interesting mechanic of, as I showed earlier, hold down the highlighted part, hold down the click until it's inserted. If, however, you click incorrectly, and there's no tutorial for any of what order to do them in, and say if you accidentally click a the nut, for instance, the thing will leak. So we want to plug that up as soon as possible. And put down the thermostat thing there. Nice bit of glare on the pipe there. And we've made a puddle. So we just seat that immediately. And we've upgraded our skills again. So we can 20% faster mounting, phrasing. You get plastered quicker, and faster tiling and paneling. So for now we'll just go for faster mounting because we like to mount things. Okay, they want a. Get my arse out of the way. Right, you want two devices in this room, as you can see. There'll be one there and one here. So we take out the stoppers here. Nothing will come out yet until we bodge this up, which we hopefully won't do. And then you simply go into the bathroom, and we'll try sync with cabinet prize edmat, whatever. I can't really pronounce that. Prismat something. Click in place. Pop over in the cabinet and screw these in first. As I said before, there's literally just no tutorial for doing so. It is just trial and error, see what works and what doesn't. But most things are fairly logical in this game. And install that. Install that. And yep. Screw that in. Fix that, and we're done. Now we need a radiator there as well for the towels, which my folks have in their Welsh bungalow. Very handy piece of equipment when you want your towels to dry quicker after being washed. Click and screw. Nope. There we go. And that's all done in the bathroom. You're actually on the right side, you'll be able to see which room you are at any given time. And just noticed they've got like a measurement as well. This is a 9 meter square apparently. This game recently had an update where a few bugs were fixed, such as like installation and general frame rate and such. As I mentioned, I was going to stream this sooner, but bugs just didn't make it currently playable at the time. Okay, buy a radiator. Click, assemble. This game really feels like, for those who have played EA's The Sims series of games, it feels like that, of making your own house, but with all the drama of like people to manage and stuff. In fact, in House Flipper, you will never see another human NPC at all. So you're just basically making, fixing, doing up houses as you see fit, and the job is a good one. We're all done. Like, as much as I personally didn't mind playing The Sims, negotiation skill. So we got an option to give it more payment for our work, have a bit knocked off, or basically get the trading price on ordering equipment, and negotiation when you're trying to sell off a house that you've recently done up yourself, which we will do soon. So let's go for a bit more money and a bit more off the equipment. Right, more email. Walls knocked down. So they want a larger room, several walls need demolishing, and they want the same colour as their neighbours. Sounds simple, right? Okay. Now on the indicated minimap up there, you'll see where the walls are to be demolished, and it's under the task objective, modify walls. So we whip this out, well, big old hammer. Before that, you want to get rid of this door. This selling price gun is used to like get rid of bits and bobs that won't be needed, or that's interesting. I've got to take down this wall, but at the same time I can't get rid of the light switch. So make of that of what you will, because it's going to go anyway. So, and here we go. Very Minecraft style demolition graphics. Let's just whack it at the top. Again, phrasing. And just let gravity do its work. Of course, I have no skill in demolition so far. We've got a very basic hammer, and we are just taking a while to get that swing in order. In fact, it might be quicker just to a few whacks on the top, a few whacks in the bottom, and they'll meet in the middle, so to speak. And of course, we can upgrade this so we can have more strength to apply more damage, make it quicker, or upgrade the hammer. So for now, let's upgrade the strength. A bit more oomph in our whacking. Very cathartic part of the game. Perhaps one of my favourite bits, to be honest. That will all disappear anyway. You can... Never mind. You can stand underneath the wall and take no damage at all. There's no fall damage, there's no risk of injury or death to your character at all whatsoever, so you can just go to town. There we are. And then just take as many walls as away as needed. And you can tell you're making progress on the right hand side there. And obviously in the mini map the wall is diminishing. Again, this would benefit from realism by filling up, say, a wheelbarrow, even to the point of asininely picking up bricks and chucking them in the wheelbarrow to wheel outside to go to the dump. But the game works fine as it is, quite frankly. And we'll have that lined up perfectly with the door frame. In the meantime, we'll put nothing on the couches, no sheets down, just let the fragments fly. Down to our last 7 bits of wall. And we have new skills. At this point we may as well just upgrade the hammer as well to a professional hammer. And as if by magic we've got a bigger hammer, which looks to be just doing damage on a larger scale, a wider area perhaps. Yeah, this is going very quickly. It is not challenging in this game to level up your skills by about halfway through, quite frankly, and they're nice little touches. I mean, it stands to reason you would get a little bit stronger over time. Obviously not as quick as this, but being able to swing the hammer harder and faster. The game will stop you from taking out exterior walls as well, so there's no risk of thing there. So in this room we're done. That's all they wanted, just all these walls to go on. The bathroom has no tasks to do. These are the light switches that we couldn't get rid of earlier, but for some reason we can now. Paint the walls sleepy blue. So store, house, walls. Or basically you can go to there and just type in sleepy blue and we are done. Bit of paint. Now earlier we couldn't get rid of any sort of paint pots, so we just had to leave them there. But by now we've got the pricing gun. We can sell back any excess paint and the paint pot will disappear too. When the paint has run out though, you can actually just click on the empty tin and dispose of it as you would trash. So we're just gonna paint this room sleepy blue because apparently this family wants to keep up with the Joneses. Again, it would be interesting to see a mechanic where painting such a small room would require you to open a window for ventilation, and if you didn't do so, a health meter would slowly suffocate you, or you'd see some hallucinations or something from the paint fumes. But I think that'd be taken a little bit too far. I don't think the engine could quite handle that. As much as I enjoy the game for its cathartic and relaxed nature, its optimization leaves a lot to be desired. We're on average to high settings now, and we're still not getting like a proper 60 frames a second or anything higher than that. In fact, at some points the frame rate will drop in certain areas. Or paint. Excuse me. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, this game does feel like The Sims, just like making your own house design or doing it up or whatever without all the hassle of the player character drama, relationships and all that to keep track of. And obviously the budget is pretty much broken for this, so you can just go to town and do whatever you want. I mean, for our office later, we'll probably put in some new items in there, sell some of the old drawers and stuff, and decorate it how we see fit. All the items in the store on the tablet even, referring to the tab key to unlock things. Oh, we've actually got some available skill points, so we can go to perks and go to painting. No, handyman. Just meant a little bit faster. Completely lost track of thought now. Train of thought even. No mind. %. We might need one more. Yeah, we need one more. Get rid of that. Oh yeah, I was going to say that thankfully it saves. You know what, I could probably put it there. I'd have to paint underneath it, so it's fine as it is there. All the items in the store on the tablet are unlocked immediately. There is no like to get a superior version of a bed, you have to complete various tasks. Pretty much everything I'll demonstrate thusly. All the furniture is there. Loads of different tables, chairs, cabinets, bookcases, corner tables, shelving, chairs, even installations from air conditioning right down to radiator, plumbing systems, which has to be installed first, obviously, before the radiator. Very simple, straightforward system that you'll come into later in the game. It's basically just putting down all the pipes and wires you need for whatever system you need to do, and yeah, very easy. Shower takes a bit getting used to in terms of like putting up the shower tray and guessing which thing goes in first. And job is complete, so we can get rid of the paint, jump off the bed, and press enter. Right, now we've got all the I suppose if there's anything close to an unlocking system, it would be the tool system, like where you pick up various tools and all that. Oh, need to clean this plate with a broom, because that's exactly how it works. I don't want to question it either. Oh, that ceiling's fantastic. Let's go around there. A little bit of cobweb there, bit of grime up there. Anything else we need to get rid of? No, we're good. Well, I'll tell you what, let's start with this bathroom, because this could be a little bit better. This thing, I don't think you can clean anymore on the shower unit, unfortunately. This is like rust and all that, so it's just impossible to clean. So we'll just wow, we'll sell it for less than scrap value, quite frankly. The commode is Yeah, uncleanable. I'll sell it for that much. Leaves all the mounts in place anyway. And the sink can go as is, leaving this ground to be exposed to be not painted, but cleaned. But at the end of the day, we can only do so much. That's for radiators there. This can't be cleaned. This has to be painted. I see a cobweb, I think. Yeah, you can just make it out there. Right. I don't think we can undo tiling just yet. So what we'll do in the meantime for our facilities is bathroom. Doesn't really make any difference at all whatsoever. It's just a question of price for the flatty, fairy or standard. So we'll just go with bog standard, pun intended. Chuck the Kazi there. Bolted into the base. Put the cistern there. Top. Seat goes down. Lid goes down. That's it. We'll put a simple sink in there. Assemble. Now this one's a bit tricky. I don't remember if it was you have to put the washers in first or push the whole thing in first. And judging by that water, you have to put the whole thing in first. Nope. Nope. Put the bolt in first. Yeah, fix the bolt with one click. Push the sink in. This bit's easy. Bung that up. There's literally no indication as to what order is first, which is a little bit infuriating and obviously has evidenced sometimes we'll forget. You have to push your tap into place. That's exactly how it works. Screw the base there. That one there, there, and there. And to get my broom, sweeper, whatever. Okay, we might be able to tile some flooring here, I think. Water, nah, it's just literally wall tiles and stuff, so we'll leave that until later. No idea where I got a chainsaw there. From what I remember, I don't think there's anything you can use it on. But for now, we'll just get rid of this. Oh my goodness. I've got Manky the Hobbles. Chuck it on the floor for the moment. And clean this up. In fact, we'll probably sell this, to be honest, yeah. We've got 27k to muck around with. Kitchen top, shelves, and a sink. Oh, and that for 40p. So let's have a look. Kitchen counters. Single cabinet with drawer. Holding on shift key actually aligns it square with everything. And kitchen cabinet with sink. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's a slight... This will drive some people nuts, and it kind of bugs me as well. You see a slight overlap there. But as I was showing you, is literally as far as it will go against the wall. Some places it works fine, but for this reason, this situation doesn't. And put a little kitchen cabinet there. Pick you up. Get it aligned right. And we're done. One of my favourite things in real life actually is to install blinds, and I've I think I put blinds in. Yeah, multiple blinds. Put it you know that like closed or opened. But yeah, I've okay. Oh, well, yeah, cool. Thought it was going to be tricky there. Push the bracket against the wall, click, screw it in. But yeah, I put up plenty of blinds, and blinds like this are my favourite to do. Simple, as you can see here, just like 2 brackets, slot the header into the brackets, and let the blinds drop. And while we're here, we'll put some so one L in blinds. Oh, they call it blind, singular. We'll put some closed variants here. Very simple, can't go wrong. Done. Jump on the bed. And this is barely scratching the budget at all. And there we go. That's doing my nutting. Bit of a motivation, I think, would be in order. It would be nice if there was a tool to centralise placing either lights, pictures, or lamp fixtures onto walls or ceilings, but you kind of have to make sort of as best you can. Unfortunately, there's no frames to like install. Like you can't have like a nice chrome or walnut or pine frame to put around it. But yeah, I think we'll live. And put some blinds up there. There's no real reason to do this. It's just a case of demonstrating how you'd go up to fix up a place. So I may as well make where we work a little bit more appealing. So we'll get rid of this dresser and bed, and especially that rug. We'll put in a... well, let's make this more of an office. So we'll put like a nice sofa in there instead. And you can get like a selection of various sofas. I like to have a elegant leather sofa is a bit more pricey than I'm looking for. Make it a nice blue. And put a television. Just a simple hanging TV in the corner. It's not the best optimization for the space, but you could do a lot worse. And so we don't freeze or get the sniffles. Plug in a radiator. I can't actually remember at any point of the game or any sort of job where I've had to install a big radiator. It's always seemed to be a little radiator is just enough for any of the points. Although let's just check if you actually put a big one in there. There might not be enough room, I don't think. Oh wait, stand corrected. I don't know if that clips into the wall a bit. That's a bit... And let's face it, it's overkill for a place like this. It's, as I said, I've never had any sort of job that was mentioned. Big radiators only. So let's chuck it in. Probably not the safest place to put a radiator right next to the TV, but As long as it's not a computer or as a laptop, as I did once, which I put it next to a heater, unfortunately, ruined the hard drive. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. Obviously the walls need to be seen too, but for now this will be fine. And more emails roll in. Additional walls. So they want the bedroom into 2 rooms and make sure the new rooms have doors that connect to the corridor. Also please put in a new bed and remove 2 crib. The crib, but okay. There we go. Right, okay. Right, remove that. So we flog it. Remove another crib somewhere. I believe that's it. I think we have to get rid of these, don't we? Or well, in any case, we'll. I think we've got something behind this, so we'll have to move this out of the way and get on our knees. Unscrew the PowerPoint. Take out the screws. Take this old one out. Put this new one in. Now we fix the wires in no particular order. But by golly, if you're doing this in real life, make sure the electricity's off. And further still, ask someone who's or pay someone who's well versed to do this sort of thing. Because as much as I know my live from my neutral, is it live, neutral, and earth, blue, brown, and green. I wouldn't trust myself to do this sort of thing. Put on a new cover that literally appears from nowhere, and the old one is disposed of. And we're done. And this can now go back in its place. Right, 31, modify walls. I'm guessing because when you accept the job, you are stuck with the basic guidelines on the right there. You're not actually given like the email to look at again. So let's get our hammer out and take this out. And already the counter of 1 out of 31 has gone up, so yeah, this is the right thing to do. It would be very handy on the tablet if you can access emails as you probably would do in real life anyway, or a phone just to flip through it to what the job actually entails. And down we go. Bigger hammer means bigger mess. Quickly. Okay. And now we have to get rid of this one. Crack at the top. And another one. You can see what I mean in regards to like Minecraft. There's just been very sort of block-based textures and whatnot. Right, and I to modify a bit more wall pretty sure there's no other tasks to do around here. As you can see now, the sun is could do with the compass really. Yes, I think the sun's actually gone down, as it has in the UK here, where it's actually got much darker now. Just been out to celebrate my brother's birthday, and had a meal with the folks. Best wishes to you, Andrew. Right, okay, so place a bed grill. This could be its own bedroom. Right, so right at this point we will switch to our build wall tool, which I think it's the right one. I don't know. Oh, Wally. Just been off ever so slightly. Pretty sure it was there anyway to start. Okay, we use the minimap to check where we're going to place our wall. Not there. Not there. But there. And as you can see, the wall modification's gone up already. The tips are a little bit annoying on the side because it's quite obvious I'm not going to put it there. I'm going to put it there. And just a rather slow, painstaking experience to put the walls in place. Obviously, if this was a real thing, you would not be placing exact pillars of already cemented bricks into place like this. Let's do it up a little bit faster. It's hardly noticeable, but I think we're getting somewhere. Right, you have to be shifted a little bit to the left. Like so. And we'll place the wall there. And bit of a squeeze there. Wait, there. And we're done. No painting is required. We just need to go back into the kids' room and see about how we're going to organise this. Let's put that table over here for now. The little chair. Very adorable. And we're looking for a bed grill. Most of the time you can just look up an item with its name, like grill here. Some nice, I don't know, some nice oak wood there. With say a blue pillow with a patchwork quilt. Hold down the shift because you can actually mouse wheel it along, and that's like incremental. Or just like quickly flip it around, do something like that. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Our next job is to mount another device in another room. As you can see, the living room needs no tasks. That's the front door. The wrong room, Pete. No tasks down here. We're okay. make the bed because apparently we're the maid. What am I looking for? No task in here. I think I might have to do back. Yeah. No, that's fine in there. Where am I looking? Yeah, it just says task in another room. I can't really see where it is. It might be in here. Nope. No tasks here. Yeah, this room's done. Right, listen. There's nothing on the radar, I believe, that needs to be because it usually indicates like with a red marker what needs to be done. Nothing in the garden until obviously the DLC comes out later next year. Yeah, one device needs mounting in one room. This one's fine. No radiators around here, they've already got one. Downstairs maybe. Ah, of course, in the basement. And they need a... something or other. Ah, there it is. You just see there. Okay, take this out. Put it in. Again, it makes no difference, so you put the live, the earth, or the neutral in any order. As with the radiator, if you install the wrong nut or whatever in first, it will leak. With this, there'll be like electric sparks flying if you happen to push the wrong thing in first. No detriment to your character, nothing to clean up, just to indicate you've done it wrong. And we're done. And the order is 100% complete. Now for 2700, that's not too bad. And we have new negotiation skills, so we'll try some negotiation when we sell a place. We'll do one more. So this shop has been renting out a place for students. They've made a mess. The stereotype continues, but most students I know been generally clean and tidy anyway. So let's hold our nose and go in. All this rubbish, gone, gone, gone. All the bottles have to go. Rubbish bag, if I can actually get to with that. Oh goodness. Chucks in the corner, out the way. Thank you. And rotate, chuck it under there. Get the cleaner. You don't necessarily need to crouch to get into areas. I mean, there's no like low bars you have to get under or anything. It just looks a bit more realistic when you're actually cleaning. There's still a bit of dirt in here. Usually the dirt you'll miss will be actually around these areas of like the windowsill, the door frames, around here, the edges of the walls and such. We're almost all done with the dirt. Off the chair as well, I think. Give that a once over. Ah, here we go. And we're done. Mount a device. You know what's coming next. I may have to clean the window, I'm not entirely sure. Of course I do. Now, in the recent bug fix, people were complaining that there are a few frame rate issues with the window cleaning, well, let's call it a minigame. Apparently there were a few issues with like frame rate, glitching and all that. I don't recall I had many personally, apart from when, I think, what was it, I started cleaning windows one time in the house, and for some reason the hiss of the little applicator suddenly stopped. But you were still actually able to clean the window anyway. But just for the rest of that house, there was no more hissing sound effect. I don't know if there's been patched again since. I don't think it has, but it's no great loss or anything. Right, let's get this grime out. Wow, graffiti. That's fantastic. And this rather edgy post can be disposed of. One of the fun / frustrating bits is hunting for that last bit of dirt that remains. Oh, another radiator, because why not? As you may have seen earlier, some of the cleaning skills, you can update the mini-map to show where the remaining dirt is. Screw it in. Done. Which isn't too bad. I mean, for obviously larger premises, it's very handy to see where the last bits of dirt are, but generally speaking, you can just whack every surface with a cleaner, hoping to get everything anyway, and it probably would work anywhere. Easy does it. And as evidence here, you can just whack it all the way around. If you've missed anything you can't see immediately, the game will say, yep, you got it all. Right, so of course the other one needs cleaning, so up we go. It's pretty obvious it was there. And round we go there. Right in the corner. Job's done. Now to paint the walls white. White's usually in the middle, thereabouts. Slip up the paint. And off we go again. Now you can always see our skills working for us, where more paint sticks to the broom now, not the broom, the paint roller, so we don't have to constantly keep refilling it so often. Still a bit tediously slow, but I'm pretty sure this will tell us when we level up the painting. 84 walls later, we can paint a bit faster. On later skills, you can actually paint up to multiple panels at once, which saves a lot of time, but feels a little bit unrealistic because the size of the paint roller is the same, but you're essentially like going over 2 or 3, £4 at once with this thing. And yeah, some of the immersion is unfortunately lost. A few people on the Steam page for this have clamoured for the idea of co-op gameplay, and yeah, that could be interesting to see, because, for instance, you could have like one person doing one room, one doing another, perhaps another one on, say, garbage duty and all that. But yeah, quite frankly, I mean, as much as it could be interesting to see how that environment would work, I don't know, the game feels fine as it is. Like I said, the frame rates and various other bugs need to be needled out for now anyway, so I think multiplayer is a nice idea, but it's not what I'd go for, really, to be honest. I mean, as long as some jobs can take, it's only until much later on you're actually dealing with much larger premises to do. And since we're not getting rid of anything, we don't have our pain to sell a pricing gun, so let's go through to the other side and wait, hold on. Does need any painting? Nope, we're fine. Wait, hold on. No, that's fine. Okay, and oh me, oh my. Now this is an interesting aspect of the game. You have to clean out some cockroaches, but if you suffer from canceridophobia, you can replace the cockroaches into pieces of glass, which is a nice touch. Not a lot of games seem to cater for the insect or arachnid fear people. People are scared of those things. Like myself, I can't stand spiders in games, hence why Doom 3 is almost unplayable for me. Because of the demonic spiders, Lich or something they're called. I can't actually remember what they're called. So basically, for these little rascals, which I don't mind, they're just cockroaches. I mean, I live in the UK, so I never see a cockroach in either my place or even when it's hot anyway. And my goodness, all these bottles. See, would it be nice to have like a drag and drop option where you drag your hand across the counter and just scoop them into a open bin? Oh, blimey. Thank God you can just get rid of all this debris in just one fell swoop. And cockroaches don't spread to any rooms; they will just be there until I seize them with a little vacuum, which oddly enough is not in the wheel here. Okay, that's all done. Standing in cockroaches. Pick up the chair, chuck it in, and line his mate up too. Get the broom, sweep all this away, and we have new cleaning skills. We can clean faster, see some dirt in the mini-map, or a better mop. I think we'll have a better mop. Actually cleans a bit faster anyway with this thing. Surfaces, sofas, good as new apparently. Little bit of dirt left. Let's see if we can find it. Could be behind the sofa. It's not on the chairs. It's on the countertop. And where else is it? There. You may as well just give it the whole once over. And up onto the counter. Broom, sweeper thing. Oh my god. Back to the arms, picking things up. Wow. What? Good grief. Sometimes it's just easier just to rotate, throw the sofas into the next room and do this instead. Done, done, done. Clean all the surfaces. Obviously these windows need to be cleaned at some point. So does this sofa. Sofa's done. I don't know why there's yellow. Red stripes, so it's probably just part of the scheme, but it just seems a little bit out of place there. Right, there's a bit more dirt around here somewhere. I'm guessing it might be the cockroaches. So you press E to pull this out, and we just vacuum all the cockroaches away. They don't seem to run at all, they just sit there and take it. And apparently destroy the cockroach nets, which it just basically means you've killed a large amount of them and they won't respawn because it killed another nest of them. Kind of a weird angle you have to aim it at just to get that last one. Cute. And we can obviously see where the dirt is now. I believe the old saying is the only good bug is a dead bug. A little bit more. And they're all gone. Get the, not the paint roller, but the sweeper. Clean the dirt there. Apparently we've still got a bit more to go. It could be in the corners around here somewhere. Like, sometimes you can just clean a particular point for enough, but it's still there, almost. It still counts towards, you know, clean the place up properly. And it honestly is... Yeah, there we go, all done. Clean the window while I'm here. Obviously a new tool now, it means they're a bit faster on the get-go. Job's a good one. Right, radiators, insulation. Boop, done. And there we are, so on and so forth. And new skills are available to us. Just in case we come across some tiling later, we'll put that ready to go. And the great cycle continues. Mm. 76% gone. I'm guessing it's be the ceiling or something. No, the ceiling's relatively clean. Window sills. So we're looking at a tiny amount now. Quickly pick up the wardrobe, put it out of the way. See that it's fine. Chuck it back in its place. Bit on the mirror. That's all done. Windows. Okay, and another blooming radiator. Right, this room is... Wait, what? Oh, of course. Easy does it, and one and almost done. Right in the corner, of course. Put this back in its position. Yeah, good, done. Right, there's something here needs to be done. Clean the dirt and 2 devices. I'm guessing a radiator towel and a sink. And almost all the dirt's gone, but not quite. 94. Yeah, bullseye. Right. Okay, bathroom. Thankfully, a lot of the subjects are done by theme, so you can just quickly pop in. For some reason I can't put that in because I haven't screwed the stoppers yet. Click, assemble, rod in place, now that we know. Washer goes down, screw goes down. And committing an error can be as simple as something like clicking on that same item again, which will cause a leak. In fact, once we get back to the office, I can demonstrate how a... oops, that one goes there, there. How a shower unit goes in. Done. Main devices. Installations. Mountable rail for the towels. And assemble. These bits here just need a simple click. And 2 nuts go either way. And we're done. And I see a room to the right of us has... yeah, exactly. Let's get this cleaned up. Around there. 95%. What am I missing? 97. Oh, it's so pedantic. There it is. Clean the window, mount 2 devices, which I'm guessing is a radiator and a washer. Washer being a washing machine. It's interesting to note that until you get until you get to like other well-developed places and larger residences. The washer, for the most part, has its place in the bathroom. But we'll see to that. Yeah, we'll see some dirt in the mini-map for now. So yeah, you'll soon find out that it's actually a bit of a squeeze when you put a washer in here. It should be under bathroom, so I'm not mistaken. Yeah, mountable washer, there's only one of them. Click, assemble. Now if I remember rightly, take the screws out of here. Take the back panel off. Take the bolts out. I think these are the ones for the might be for the water, I'm fairly sure. This goes in. This goes back on. Now this is the tricky bit. Now I either have to unscrew that a little bit to allow the cap to go on, or I bring the hose to. The wrong answer will make it leak, so I'm guessing put the hose on. Yes. And wrong one. Oh well. Screwed in. And this one done. Yeah, you see what I mean? It's a complete I mean, I'm 6'3" and rather broad shoulder wise, so that'll be tricky to navigate if I lived here. Okay, radiator. It's all unusual having the radiator in the bathroom, I think, but oh well. Guess it just be used for drying towels on. And we're done. Right, our next. Oh, blimey, there's more grime around here. As you can see, like on the radar now, we know exactly where the darn stuff is, and it will account for some of it, but not all the dirt. Incidentally, that's all the dirt down here. Nope. Actually, hold on a sec. There's something there. There it is. Done. Right, let's check out this little side of paradise. Yeah, I think not. And there we go. 1, 2, 3. I think that's most of the dirt. Close the door. On the floor. In the corner. There it is, just there. Clean the windows again. You can see it there sometimes. When the little sweeper gets to a corner, it has a bit of difficulty in spinning around. Yeah, I think the sound has gone, and the evidence of the bug that still remains. It's not completely bad. I mean, it's a little jarring sometimes, but you're still able to clean the window and get a complete job done anyway. So all the other sounds work just fine. I'll leave that askew as it is. This is all done. Wait. Yeah, it was open beforehand. The amount of times I've actually walked into one of these things when they're clean is... Oh, it's infuriating. My grandmother had one just for the conservatory, and just walking into it, just half asleep as it were, just clonk. It's a real wake-up call. So a face for the chair, as you do. And install another radiator. Whew, I think we should be about done. Oh, clean the windows, of course. And whoosh. Again, I think we've missed a little bit, but nothing that can't be fixed. And I think we're all done. Yep, we're complete. 3,700 later, we're finished. Now you may notice at the loading screen there is customer opinions of how things should be and whatnot. We'll now demonstrate this for the final part of well, buying a house to do up. So we have 32,000 in the budget, and we can barely afford one for now. So you will actually make enough money eventually to get like six-figure amounts to afford these places and make a profit. And if you do like a basic job of getting everything what's required of the place, like people's opinions and such, you can't really go that much wrong. So yeah, let's try one of these places actually. Yeah, we got plenty. Let's try burnt house or abandoned house, camping bungalow. Very similar formats, very straightforward. Okay, that's a bit strange. Yeah, I don't think so. That's weird. That, yeah, that's a bit janky. That is. Well, we'll try that next time anyway. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks, and hope to continue this next time. Take care now.